Hi, fifth graders. We are going to practice dividing with a one-digit divisor again. This time we have a three-digit dividend. So we are going to actually start with this number by looking at our hundreds place. We always want to look at the largest place in our dividend. So because my dividend has a 6 in the hundreds place, 6 is larger than 5, that means I can start splitting up by hundreds instead of by tens or by ones. I know that I have enough hundreds to put 100 in each group because I can count by 100s 5 times before I get to 600. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I will still have 100 left over, but we're going to see what we're going to do with that 100 in a minute. So I'm going to start by clicking. These ones are stacked on top of each other, so you just pull it over like this. 100 here, 100 here, 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 and here. So in all, we are able to fit 100 in each group. So over here in my purple quotient, I'm typing that I have put 100 in each group. I can see that every group has 100 squares in it. In order to do that, I used up 500 of my dividend. 5 times 100 is 500, so that's what I'm subtracting right here. Remember, we just subtract like normal, starting in the ones place. 5 minus 0 is 5, 7 minus 0 is 7, 6 minus 5 is 1. So now again, even though we had 600s here, we can only put 100 in each group because this 100 right here, if I put it in one group, then the groups are not going to be even because I don't have any more hundreds for my other groups. So instead, we're going to start looking at the tens place. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to see I have 175 left in my denominator. I'm going to look at both my hundreds and my tens, and I'm going to read this as 17 tens. If I read this number, it ends in the tens place. 170 is the same as 17 tens. So I'm going to think to myself, okay, that means 17 tens is more than 5 tens, so I can split between tens. The other thing I might think to myself is, okay, well, how many tens can I put in each group? If there are 5 groups, and I think of this as 17 tens, and I count by 5s, I would say to myself, okay, 5, 10, 15. If I do another group of 5, I'm at 20, and I don't have 20 tens. I only have 17. So I'm going to stop at that 15. I should be able to fit 3 tens in each group. So let's see, I'm going to go one at a time to make sure I split it evenly and make sure that I can, in fact, fit 3 tens in each group. Remember, this one you just have to watch. You don't have to do this one. You're going to do another one like this with a different problem right after. So, okay, I'm going to keep dragging the rest of my tens. And you will see I have now used up all of my tens. And each box has 3 tens in it. So right here I can say, okay, I've already done my hundreds for my quotient, my hundreds place, and now I'm looking at my tens. Each one has 3 tens, which is 30. 3 groups of 10 is 30. So over here for my partial quotient, I'm putting 30. Then I want to think, well, how much of my dividend did I use up? Well, we used 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. 5 times 30 is 150. So I'm subtracting 150. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So now I have 25 left, and I'm looking at my ones place now. Because I only have 2 tens left, I can't split any more groups of tens. I have to go to my ones place. I have 25 ones, 25 little individual squares. So those have to get split up as well. Now again, we can stop and think and we can say, well, I know that 25 divided by 5 is 5. So that means I should be able to fit 5 ones inside each box. We'll check to make sure and drag our squares over. Try to drag them really quick. All right, there we go. They're exactly 5 in each. So 5 ones in each means that's my partial quotient. So I'm putting a 5 here. 5 times 5 is 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And so you're going to notice in this case, 25 minus 25 is 0. We do not have a remainder. Instead, we can look at these boxes and we can say, if we had 675 squares and we divide them into 5 groups, each group has 100, 3 tens, so 30, just like right here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, just like here. 135. Again, we can write that this way. 675 divided by 5 is 135. The remainder is 0. Here we had a box for a remainder. If you're doing a problem and there is no remainder, you don't have to write the R0. You just don't have a remainder. So you guys are going to move on and do one of these problems just like this on your own. So you will do this slide right here, 467 divided by 3. And you can drag from over here. They are stacked on top of each other. So you drag them into your boxes, fill out your quotients as you go, subtract from your dividend as you go, and you should have your quotient and a remainder when you're done.